outside.
Something is wrong in this Lil Reese situation. So what happened is he jumped into a stolen car. The car was then tracked down by its owners and a shootout ended up happening. So the shootout happens and there is a video resurfacing online, a couple videos resurfacing online with the actual woman accusing Reese and the other person of stealing the car. Reese is on the ground bleeding out and this woman is like, look at Lil Reese, he's leaking out. She's shouting, she's going on. Doesn't seem authentic. Something doesn't seem right in this situation. Why was this woman so comfortable around the police to go on in the way that she was going on, looking at Reese in the position that he was in, pointing the camera in his face with no fear, appearing to be upset and angry? That's not the way you act in a situation like that. It feels like Lil Reese was set up. To me, it seemed like she was more focused on getting the video and shouting in the video to then repost it. She didn't care about how he was feeling or how the other person was feeling, even though they were shot bleeding out. She wasn't fazed by it at all. Literally, she was just trying to appear like if she was so upset. This world just get crazier and crazier by the day. They are saying that the manager was the shooter, that he was shot in the leg, grazed in the leg, but when you look at the video, it looks like blood is coming from his head or in the back of his head. Like, it just looks weird. He was actually in handcuffs while that video was being filmed and the police wasn't doing anything to stop the owner, to even calm the owner down, check her behavior and the way she was reacting to the situation, which I found very odd. I'm looking at this video and I'm like, the police is not saying nothing to this woman. She is literally humiliating Reese and accusing him of stealing a car when he actually got in the car. And I mean, people are thinking that, well, if he got into the car, he wouldn't have known that the car was stolen. All this money and stuff that he has, like, it just doesn't make sense. Tekashi69 is clowning online. He posted this telling people, fund this GoFundMe to help Lil Reese buy a car. He is laughing at what happened. He said Lil Reese stole the wrong person's car. By him making that post, he's also allowing other people to humiliate Lil Reese and laugh at the situation. In the video that's resurfacing, it doesn't look like he was shot in the leg. He looked like he was bleeding from like the head and the back of the head or something. He was literally in pain on the ground, hurting. And what's gonna happen from this? As soon as he comes out from the hospital, he is going to be arrested, questioned about that car. Many people are finding this situation very similar to FBG Duck. If you really look at this video and focus on what the police is actually doing, they wasn't doing anything to help him. They were meant to pick him up and try to make him as comfortable as possible. That didn't happen in the video, and that's why people are relating this to the FBG Duck situation. The police stood there and watched what happened and did nothing to try and save his life. If you ask me, watching that video, it looked like the police was trying to kill Lil Reese. The police was trying to kill him in the sense of making him be in an uncomfortable position to where he would cause more injury to his current injury, trying not to let him move, even though they needed to actually take him out from in the back of that pole thing where he was and kind of set him up, which they eventually did. But the way they were acting, like, they literally wanted him to like bleed out and die out, and that's the vibe that everyone's getting from that video that was resurfacing. Like, how is the police standing there and not doing anything? The same thing they did with FBG Duck, and they allowed the car owner to share that video, humiliating Lil Reese, saying, look at him, he's bleeding out, look at him, he's leaking, and making fun out of the situation. And that video was actually posted under their supervision, just like they did to FBG Duck. The guy was screaming, help him, do something, try to at least, you know, give him CPR, do something. And we all know the police is responsible for what happened to FBG Duck. They were obviously using what's going on and stuff as a reason why they couldn't have go near him, and they had to wait for the ambulance, and the ambulance didn't turn up on time. And it's all a plan, because it is part of the protocol that when they go out to a scene like this, they are not allowed to touch or try to help the person in any sort of way as a paramedic would do, because they are not paramedics. They are meant to stick to specific instructions to where they literally clear the area, clear the scene, don't let no one touch the person who is possibly hurt, and they have to wait for the paramedics, which is very wrong, because we are talking in a life or death situation. that's why they are not trying to do anything that would literally help preventing situations like this, because if they have a case where the suspects that are named in the case is now dead, then that case becomes a closed case. It literally makes their jobs easy. So that's why I think that when it comes to these kind of situations, they are not going to change the protocol in any type of way, to where if you're in a life or death situations, you are meant to have the certificate of a paramedic and you are meant to know how to do CPR and try to save someone's life as a police officer. They probably do have that, but in the FBG duck situation, we all see nothing like that happened. They cleared everyone from the scene, no one couldn't go near. And Lil Reese situation, I don't see this so far. I don't see no type of training or protocol that's being carried out in the sense of trying to help the victim that's on the ground. What we are seeing is they are putting the person who is injured in a more difficult situation by handcuffing them, by making them uncomfortable to where they can literally lose their life quicker. And many people are saying that everyone that's connected to Lil Durk, something's going to happen to them. Like, it's just weird. It's a sacrifice. More people are being sacrificed, and people are noticing that no one from OTF is saying nothing. Gang's not saying nothing. Everyone is promoting a show that Lil Durk has tonight. This little update just came out. They are saying that Lil Reese wanted to go and buy some draw, and that's why he jumped in the stolen car. But then the other people in connection to that didn't tell the police anything. The more information come out around this story, the more it's looking like a setup. Lil Reese was set up. It's funny how Should Have Ducked is dropping tomorrow, and they are all promoting this show of Lil Durk tonight, but no one is posting about Lil Reese. While everyone is posting about Lil Reese, they are posting Lil Durk's show coming up tonight. They are promoting Lil Durk's show. Something is weird. Even 6ix9ine, with all the posts that he's making, with all the stuff that he done to O Block in the past since he came out, all of this is not a coincidence. RIP to all the rappers that's in heaven and stuff, and you know, clowning and mocking the situation, knowing that this is affecting people, making people wanting to take him out even more. And why do you think he's doing this? Because he's being watched, he's being supervised. I personally think that someone is telling him what to do and making these posts and stuff, and it's all to get us mad. Literally, like, he is not even a part of the black community, but yet he sits there mocking people that has lost their lives, people's family, and this is being shared all over the internet. And DJ Academics is reposting this and asking people questions to humiliate people under that post. So this is where we lead into the demonic stuff that's going on in the industry, and where they are now literally sacrificing people and humiliating people for their rituals. This is what's going on right now. Like, the blood, everything that we've seen in that video is all part of the ritual. It's all part of it. Like, people are saying that the higher ups sent someone after Lil Reese. Lil Reese didn't just get into a stolen car. He didn't know the car was stolen. He was set up so that video could have been shared online, so that way people can laugh at him and humiliate him. Even some people are saying that he was dead. Some people were saying RIP to him. People were laughing at the fact that he was leaking. The women in the video were actually saying, look at Lil Reese, he's leaking, you stole my car. And she was making all these accusations while the police was literally standing there looking at him in the position that he was in, and they were leaving him in that position. How was he even handcuffed? Like, where's the video of them actually putting him in handcuffs? The high rise video that came out as well. People suspect that video of being someone from some team that's part of something bigger that got these kind of videos. And this is not the first video. Remember, in Zach TV situation, they got a video like that as well, and some people said it was a drone. Some people also said the same thing, of that person who made that video is in connection to other people. Everyone is saying Lil Durk has some part to play in it. It says Lil Durk all over this situation. MuWop just went live, and MuWop was kind of acting a bit weird. He was like laughing and smoking, and he was like, what y'all telling me, what y'all telling me? But then, like, he had this smirk on his face, and I would expect him to like be like, oh, Lil Reese, you know, that situation's mad. Lil Durk and O Block and them might have some part to play in the situation. There's no way that he's getting into a stolen car and then a shootout happens, and then this woman is all recording him to post this online.